Okay. So that's done. We got like oh wait. Music, just keep that in a small window over here. So I can skip and look for something whenever. Okay. It doesn't do it anymore. It's... Nope. There it is. Okay. Oh yeah, that sounds like it's loud enough for people watching on playback or whatever. Yo. I'm just here. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. Found something. Like, just figured I'd try something different this time. I don't even think I was using my channel really. By the time when Pokemon Day last happened, I was in college. I'm done with college. It's been a while since I drew on this thing like this, so I'm kind of rusty. Hopefully this does come out good though. But yeah. So last Pokemon Day, I was in college. I was literally in the school. I was literally in the school when it was happening and watched it there. And real excited about. I was real excited about what was going on at the time. I think part of that was because I basically knew full well what we were getting. I don't know what's going on with this playlist, by the way. I think I might have added it to the thing I used to play music wrong. It's all out of order. If I ever do another stream like this, I'll most likely have it fixed. No, what was I saying? Oh, so last Pokemon Day I was in school, so I couldn't have really streamed this. But since I'm done with school and currently not looking for a job as of right now, I wanted to take a break before I went and got a job. So yeah, that basically just means that I'm gonna be here for a bit. It means I get to draw more, so that's good. So yeah, like I was saying, I didn't exactly get to do stuff like this beforehand because of school and everything, but I'm here now. I was also saying that I knew pretty well what we were probably gonna get because Sword and Shield got its DLC, and that from my understanding, that sold pretty well, like really well. So it was kind of a no-brainer that they were going to do another one. But this time, we really have no clue what's going to be here. As said in a bunch of the videos I made, people are mainly looking at Johto and Unova. And that's part of the reason I'm actually playing Unova music. I probably would have been playing Unova music regardless. I just think Unova and Sinnoh have, I wouldn't say the best, but most consistently good, um, like, route and town themes. Because some regions go for that more like ambient or natural type feel. Um, Unova and Sinnoh, and I guess Hoenn to some extent, go to deliberately try to go for just straight adventurous type stuff. I know Kanto and more specifically Johto kind of did as well, but I'm not entirely sure how I feel about those two soundtracks in specific. They're just meant to be something to do while I'm waiting for this video to go into yeah, while we wait for this video, this scheduled, what was it? It has a name. This premiered video to go. They used to do streams. A lot of people who were around for a lot of the older Pokemon Presents or Pokemon Directs when they were called that, most likely know that. A lot of the newer people might not. But yeah, I'm just gonna be here doing this till ooh. It's been, you can tell it's been a long time since I drew this guy, because I'm out here what I used to be able to just do when I can't really. Yeah, that looks good. Right? Hold on. Let me pick up. The way I draw him's changed a bit since I first made him. I guess that's good enough. Yeah. Also, forgive any echoing or what sounds like it could be muffled echoing. I'm using my phone to check. I'll be using my phone to check on the stream periodically. But I don't have another set of. I don't have another set of headphones for it. It's been a while since I. Nope, that doesn't work. Is that it? That might be it. And then, just that is what defines his hair is. That stuff doesn't exactly make sense. Doesn't exactly make sense, perspective-wise. But it usually works. Let's see what else I got here. 5 minutes till it goes. I'm probably gonna tune in at around 9:01 because that's when the video actually starts. Usually, there's usually like a whole countdown and everything. Okay, so that's too big. I'll be honest, I don't even know what's playing right now. Like, I hear it, but I don't know what song it was. Well, this is Mystery Gift, but, okay, that was the global terminal, that's why I didn't recognize it. And New Venomous Town's up next. Alrighty. Then Pokémon is so this is supposed to both mirror the Pokeball icon that usually ends up on clothing for Pokemon trainers and the heart and soul icons from the Heart Gold Soul Silver box art. I'll be happy with any game, most likely. That came out of nowhere, but yeah, I did kind of trail off when I mentioned what could be happening or announced today. I'm probably still going to continue this drawing. I'll probably keep the stream going till the drawing's finished, but you know, I think there's people are saying Unova. I personally think we're getting something Johto related first because that makes the most sense with timing. But realistically, it could be both, could be neither. Yeah, it could be both, could be neither. We'll just have to wait and see. That's pretty much the reason why we're all here. So yeah, from experience, I know Unova a lot more. Oh yeah, also I mentioned in my video yesterday that I would be streaming either Soul Silver or Black and Black 2, depending on what they announce here. That'll most likely just have to be a normal playthrough because I just cannot get my 3DS capture card going. Why the capture card isn't a problem. It's that my the thing I'm using to stream and record and draw and edit and everything is this laptop that I've had since 2021. And what I want to do if I wanted to stream with that card or with this laptop, the capture software for the 3DS, the software I need for the 3DS screens to show up. What the hell? Both the software I need for the capture card to show up and for what I'm and for what I use to stream and record, which is OBS. They both take up way too much of my GPU's power. If I gotten a stronger one, it might not be that that much of an issue. But as it stands right now, I cannot stream with the 3DS capture card because what I need for that to show up and my thing that I use to stream and edit both take up too much. Oh, it's 9. It should be close to 9:01. Let's see. Let's pause that and see where that video is. Yeah, we got another 40-ish seconds. Okay, so... But yeah, the point is, it's most likely going to be a normal playthrough. And other than that, it still stands. I'll be doing... either Soul Silver or Black and Black 2. I'd also like to say that I might, if on the off chance that they do announce both a Johto release based game and Unova based game, I might do those. Let's see, did I do it right? I might have. Alright, let me unmute this.
Hello everyone, I'm Ishihara from the Pokémon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokémon Day. This is the date that the Pokémon Red and Pokémon Green games were first released in Japan. Our adventures with Pokémon, which started with the simple fun of collecting, trading, and battling in the Pokémon Red and Pokémon Green games, have expanded to fit into so many facets of daily life, including walking and sleeping. We'll keep challenging ourselves to create new ways to enjoy Pokémon, and we hope you'll continue your adventures with us. Today, we will be bringing you all the latest news about Pokémon, including our newest titles. Mr. Utsunomiya, please take it away.
Let me just lower that real quick.
Hello, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokémon Company. I hope everyone has enjoyed their adventures in the Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet games so far.
Okay.
To commemorate Pokémon Day, we've planned a series of Terra Raid battle events where you'll be able to face off against a Mighty Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. The first of these Terra Raid battle events will begin tomorrow. We hope you will all enjoy these raids. Today, I'd also like to share the latest updates on a number of our other games. Please have a look at this.
Okay. What is it? Okay, go. I used to play it when I left the house, but it was more like a passive thing.
A collaboration event with Pokémon Go is on its way.
So there's a collaboration event with the anime. There's gonna be costumes and stuff again.
Pikachu wearing Cap's hat is making its debut.
I'm gonna move this closer.
It even knows an attack new to
And
Pokemon Go, Volt Tackle.
That wasn't in the game before? That's understandable, but still.
Charcadet, Armarouge, and Ceruledge are coming too. And Liko and Roy will be dropping in when you snap a pic and Go snapshot.
Photo
so
bombing.
set out on an adventure with your new friends.
So the main characters in the anime photo bombing, okay. Horizon is March 7th. Here's Pokemon Sleep. As for what we'll see here, I know it's too late because it started already, but ooh, Raikou. It's Raikou and Pokemon Sleep, so I'm guessing a legendary beast in their entirety, or is it just Raikou? They're leaning heavy on Johto, so I'm thinking I might have been correct. But yeah, no, for myself, even though I couldn't sleep because I was getting excited for this, it's just fun to know news. I think what I usually do is just like I make my expectations like expect only a spin-off, and that's like it. Okay, it's all. I don't play Pokemon Sleep, or I don't use Pokemon Sleep. I don't even think Pokemon, with how obsessed I am with that series, is gonna help with my sleep. I'm not. All right, Masters. I actually play this one.
Now, I never
Ooh, a new animated. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks like more like something
just
I
getting
would try.
started. We're the greatest.
Yeah, there's
in
a
the
lot
world.
of Johto
You're
happening.
the greatest
so,
and strongest partner I could ask for.
yeah, we'll most likely. Okay, Mega Tyranitar. Ooh. Nice. Okay, Photo Creator. Got that. Okay. What's next? Unite. Okay, Unite and Cafe Remix, I think, are the ones that are left. Gimmickel is coming to Cafe Remix. Okay. I used to play Cafe Remix. Hold on, let me check the stream sound real quick. What's next? Unite. Okay, Unite and Cafe Remix, I think, are the ones. Okay, yeah, I just got to adjust my and the starters and the legendaries. I used to play Cafe Remix. Let me just adjust my mic or actually adjust the sounds. And there's Unite. I am most likely going to get a copyright strike. Some shit. I'm not sure. I don't know. I knew about this already. They did a video last night about it. Miraidon's gonna be part of it. Let me just adjust. Oop. There we go. Is that Ceruledge? Yep, Ceruledge. And Phalanx. And they have an event right now for it. Okay. You just have to 100. Okay. 3-day limited license. Okay. That's pretty nice. What else is left here? Or are they transitioning into something else? Okay.
Moving on, please have a look at this video.
Alright, what the hell is this? What is that? Oh, their TCG app. So is this a new one or is this something different? I have a passing interest in the TCG game. I'm playing the Game Boy one right now on Nintendo Switch Online. Oh, that classic Pikachu card. I actually have one of those. I think it was my father's. A lot of them got destroyed by like water and are just not in great shape. Yeah, I've had a passing interest in cards. Is that Vulpix I just saw? I don't want to rewind because it'll ruin the flow. But yeah, if it's like you can collect and trade cards online. Okay, you can play the game. I've had a passing interest in the game, so this could be good for me. And I wonder if it most likely will interface with the actual cards some way. And they have immersive cards, so it brings the scenes. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. There's so many extra details here that. Okay. It's actually pretty good looking. I don't really know what to say other than I'm kind of interested in the card game, so I might look at this. Actually, cards are part of what helps me draw the Pokemon themselves. Why I want to try to draw every one of them at least once. And they also help with creatures. Oh, DNA.
What you just saw
Pokemon
was
trading
the
card game
world's
Pocket.
first look
Okay.
at Pokemon trading card game.
So yeah, this is another big part of. It's not big, but it's a big part of my experience with Pokemon. But it's just not in the way it usually is.
The Pokemon Company is developing this game as a three-party collaboration with Creatures Inc., the creators of the Pokemon trading card game, and DNA, are partners in the development of Pokemon Masters EX.
Yep. I keep forgetting that part of the name change. I gotta remember.
Yuji Kitano, President and CEO of Creatures. Mr. Kitano,
aren't
take it away.
Yeah, they're still two
Hello,
separate
everyone.
companies. I
I'm
think
Yuji
they
Kitano from
still work
Creatures, Inc.
together though.
I'd like to
Well, obviously
start
they
by
work
thanking
together. I more
everyone
meant
for
like they were
enjoying
in the same
Pokemon
building. I
trading
think.
card game.
I think.
With Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, we hope to bring you all a new way to enjoy the Pokemon trading.
I like how they expand on
we
the
are hard at
pictures.
work developing digital cards.
How they expand on the pictures that the cards
When
have.
we develop
Sorry.
physical cards, we strive to please by taking great care with our paper quality, colors, and printing process. Since this game uses mobile devices rather than paper, we're challenging ourselves to express that care in new ways that are only possible digitally.
Yeah.
Such as using
Like
the
that,
characteristics of the screen to show off
what was it?
brilliant
It was the
colors and
Pikachu
stylish
card.
effects.
I believe. Yeah. Pikachu
One way we're
EX.
accomplishing this
Like all
is
that
with
detail,
immersive
that
cards,
detail, and then they have all the
which give
different
players the
effects that pop
experience of
off.
leaping into the world of the card illustration.
It's nice. I think that on its own
more,
might be
we
enough for me to
developed new
get
streamlined games
this.
based on our existing battle system, so you can enjoy a quick battle during the free moments in your day.
Now, one thing they don't do with
Our
these
three companies
these,
are all
a
working
lot
hard to
is
deliver a
CPU,
fun
something
experience
CPU
for
based,
those of you
and
who already enjoy the Pokemon trading card game.
I'm hoping
as
that
well
there
as
is
those
like
who've never
also a
played
quick battle
before.
with CPUs, just in case you don't have
We
anyone
hope
else
you
around
look
you who
forward
does
to the
it.
results of our latest efforts in the world of the Pokemon.
But overall,
trading
yeah,
card
this
game,
looks
Pokemon
nice.
Trading
This
Card
is
Game
cool.
Pocket.
I'm
Thank
not
you so
in touch with
much.
the trading card game area, but this looks
Thank
cool.
you, Mr. Kitano.
Coming
We
later
plan
this
to
year.
launch Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket within 2024.
Don't
Please
rush it.
look forward to more details in the future. Just one more thing. We'd like to end today's presentation with one final video for you all. Thank you for tuning in.
It might be 25 minutes, maybe. There's a lot of unknown. Did this say 25? I might have been high. That might have been a thing that, Well, here's a Game Freak, so... Confidential. Urban development plan. First look, this feels like some Detective Pikachu type stuff. I like the way this looks like a light show. Oh. What is this? That's Luminous City. What is that? Yes. They're not doing some X and Y related, are they? Okay. Luminous City. Pokemon ooh! They just came out of nowhere with something Kalos related. What is that? That's next year. Was that? Yeah, that was it. So... Ooh, game sounds. So... We got... Yeah, it was 12 minutes. What the fuck? Yeah, so Legends... What was that? I don't know what that was. Well, their next game is in 2025. Yeah. Oh. That came out of nowhere. Hey. There wasn't exactly much to go on.
Hello, everyone.
2025.
I'm Ishihara from the Pokémon.
What does that mean? It's Z, and then... Yeah. Well, hold on. So... Let's go to their website. See if they got anything. If I could spell. You know what? Screw it. I'll go here. They got anything? Screen? Okay. Nothing yet. They haven't updated much of anything yet. Yeah, what is this? It's launching next year. So that's what? That's 2025. So that's the 3-year That's the 3-year game. They definitely threw a curveball. A number of them. Nice. That's... Okay. So... Huh.
Hello everyone. I'm Ishihara from the Pokémon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokémon Day. This is the date that the Pokémon Red and Pokémon Green games were first released in Japan. Our adventures with Pokémon, which started with the simple fun of collecting, trading, and battling in the Pokémon Red and Pokémon...
Yeah. I mean, College does deserve it, so I could do X and Y this year. What the fuck? I mean, I wasn't expecting to... Yeah, it's strange, because there's usually a bunch of trailers and stuff. But there isn't. I'm actually, like, legit... I don't know. I don't have anything to say, because I'm actually, like, legitimately surprised. And also, we didn't get much of anything to work on in the first place. So... Or to work off of in the first place, I meant. Yeah. It just, they ignored X and Y for so long. I didn't... I mean, I guess... Was there any way to see this coming? No. Good. Because I don't hate X and Y. I played X. It was one of the first times I was in the same generation. Where's my music at? It was one of the first times I was in a actually, you know what? Since we knew what was in it, let's... Since we saw that, let me just get some... There's no way I don't have... Yes, I do. Maybe if I do this... 3, 4. If I started early, I probably would have got the drawing done, but I did not. So... let's find me some X and Y. Some X and Y music. You know, we'll start with Gate. I like the Gate theme from X and Y. If anything new comes up, I'll definitely switch to it. But this is pretty weird. Because there isn't... Yeah, they very oddly haven't done much of... They haven't announced anything? What, you know what I mean. They haven't put anything on their websites. Good thing I didn't get far in this drawing. I'm not complaining. Where is it? Found it. I'll have to edit this, though. Actually, his Kalos outfit is actually one of the ones I'm most proud of. So, but yeah, so since that was basically all we were given, is announcing stuff for their mobile games, a new TCG app, and then that Pokemon Legends Z, which is Zygarde, but they have, hold on, see, this is why I wanted to see if they have, hold on, let me actually change back to this. Press stop Pokemon, because I do want to see. No, they don't have anything. And, okay, I'm gonna have to... Alright, there's nothing here. We can wait for a bit, see what's happening. I'm sorry I keep refreshing. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. There's the announcement trailer for, but they haven't uploaded it in English yet. I mean, I'll go and see the Japanese one. Alright, looks like we're going to the Japanese one. I know you're struggling. This won't be going on for too much longer. Oh, of course it disappeared. We can go here. Because I would have expected at least a video of the new TCG app. Pokemon trading card game pocket. Alright, this. Pokemon Legends ZA is what they're calling it. Ugh. Hold on, let me pause the music. I don't even know if y'all can hear it, but I'm pausing it because it's distracting me. Well, where's X and Y at? Where are my X and Y games? Because I gotta get ready to play those again. Yeah, okay, so Pokemon Legends Z A. So the immediate, hold on, I'm looking through my bag of games. Just give me a moment, because I want to find those two and get them ready. Because there's X, and where is Y? And there's Y. All right, so the immediate connection being drawn here is AZ. That super old dude that I'm pretty sure is the king of... Oh, well, I'm opening Pokemon Masters in the back. Don't worry about that. But yeah, AZ, that super old dude, and X and Y, we're pretty sure is the... or it was either pretty sure or outright stated was the king that built the ultimate weapon. Got reunited with his Floette at the end of the game. Which that Floette being in limbo up until I think Scarlet and Violet in the game's coding. Both it and its move, Light of Destruction. I believe it was called anyway. Yeah, they threw curveballs here because I don't think there was much in the way of teasing any of the things past the existing mobile game updates. See now this was a game and it comes out next year, which means that either that game is coming out early next year, basically a year from now, which is another thing they haven't done. They haven't announced something more than a year, like around a year before it's launched. Like obviously they'll announce something in February and then we'll get it in November, but and the closest we got was to a year was Legends Arceus. So I'm thinking that might come out then. If not, then this is not the only thing we're getting announced this year. It can't be. Ooh, I just noticed that A has, like... Is that plant? That's either, like, a plant pattern or, like, trying to be a reflective water pattern. I think that's a plant pattern. What plant Pokemon starts with the letter A? Or maybe it might be, or maybe it might be like, hold on. It might be like a, like, because I almost called it Zekrom. Zygarde is the order Pokemon. So what might be happening there is it trying to keep a balance of some sort between the urban environment, that I can't word correctly. Urban redevelopment, I think it was, program. What does this say? I think that's SOEYUE. I think. I'm gonna have to go looking at some stuff. But yeah, that could be a thing that's happening. I really like the like holographic type thing happening here. Yeah, that just kind of came out of nowhere, to be completely honest. Yeah, I don't think Lumiose has ever really looked like this. Something's happening. I'm just not sure what it is. Huh. Yeah, so I guess it'll be Pokemon Y, then. We were pretty confident on that. Oop. Okay, they have some stuff here. You got trading card game stuff. Okay, so as of right now, I'm gonna download the PNG. Hold on, can y'all see that? I don't think you can. Good. Well, part of the predictions were done. That being a Legends game. That was so out of left field. Okay, ambitious donation fund. Since that's Lumiose City, we're an urban rhythm. Pokemon. Do they have a legends.pokemon.com? There isn't much to go on. A new adventure awaits within Lumiose City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway to shape the city into a place that belongs to both people and Pokemon. So this is most likely going to be different in from Legends Arceus in the way that the way it sounds makes it sound like it's going from the current Lumio City that we know of to... Alright, I'm gonna change my thing since I've gotten all that we are gonna get out of this. But yeah, it sounds like it's taking from the Lumio City that we know of in normal X and Y and redeveloping it. Instead of it going from an older version to the one that we know of. Especially given, like, the way that it looks. Because it already does... I think it might just be a style change because, you know, it went from the chibi early 3DS graphics that X and Y had to the fully scaled late Switch, early Switch 2 question mark graphics that will most likely be this game's art style. So that already was going to make it look way different, but changing it as well, it's real interesting. I just photos, major profile updates. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this is about, especially considering that past X and Y, there hasn't been much about Kalos. It has, like, loose, like, really small ties here and there to Hoenn from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Kinda got referenced for Alola, but then again, I think everything got referenced in that game. And then past that, it really hasn't been much. I have to look through Scarlet and Violet again. Maybe it got more. This is a good sign for one thing, though. They are, in fact, at least attempting to make it so that their development teams get an actual cycle to work with. Because I do personally feel like if Scarlet and Violet hadn't come out the way it did, these games probably would have came out this year. Or this game. Because we're already, we're 2 years out from Scarlet and Violet this year. And it's kind of unheard. Like, the last time this happened was actually X and Y, the game that's getting a new game for it soon. Well, soon, it's like a year-ish. Maybe a year to a year and a half, a year and 3/4, year and 8/10. I don't know. But yeah, this could be a break year. That gives me a lot of time then to... I'm not going to say it's going to, because it's very likely to put your foot in your mouth if you do. But it does seem like this might be a break year. So that gives me time to catch up on all the partially started files that partially started files for other Pokemon games that I've done. I can actually finish them before the next game releases. This is real interesting. Because there are a lot of ideas that have been floating around for a Johto. Hold on, I'm gonna, for one last time, I'm gonna switch back to I'll switch back to this, but I got the I got they released the trailer. So yeah, Pokemon Z, nice. See, this could do a lot of the ideas that were floating around for Johto and Unova games. I'm not even really sure if we're not going to see one of those. Let's just say we won't. This looks cool. This little computer like CGI trailer they made. This looks so futuristic, but the thing is, like, it looks like an updated version of the Lumios that we already had. Like, it looks like more futuristic than Lumios did. I don't know if that's just like. No, it's not even just the neon like lines and stuff. Because there are things here that were never in X and Y. That'd be a good thing, right? Because if they're gonna do this, they have to make this bigger. And is it? They only mention Lumio City. Yeah, they only mention. Oh, and the I didn't notice that actually. The Pokemon logo will change depending on how the rest of the logo is colored for each of these. So they're not going to look the exact same. Legends are. I can't just call it Legends anymore. Legends Arceus. Its logo will be unique to it. So I know there are going to be people that are pissed about this. I, for one, don't care. We got a game. We got when it's going to most likely be releasing. Got the logo for it. Basic premise. Now, of course, depending on when this releases, we could hear something about this game as early as August. Again, the last Legends game came out in January, so we're just going to assume this one will as well until proven otherwise. Yeah, there's... Hold on, let me... Oh, Pokemon Game Sound Library was updated. Okay. 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 Let's see. That's not it. Z to A. You could say something really profound about that title, but I'm just not going to. There's a point where you're reading too far into stuff. There's a lot of A's on here. Okay. We'll just go down the list. Am I seeing anything specifically like Kalos Pokemon? No. Yeah, doesn't look like there is. Secondary grass types. No. Doesn't look like there is. Okay. So we'll just wait and see. That could just be like I said before for the idea of order. I got both my X and Y games in my hand here. I think I'll be doing Y on the channel. That'll be weird. I was hoping that I could do something like maybe Miitopia or something for the first RPG on the channel, just because that game is goofy and short. Pokemon games aren't too long, but that does mean I do need to reset these cartridges again. Yeah, this... I'm just dumbfounded. Ambitious. Okay, so it's not just going to be retreading Legends Arceus. I'm excited for this. It's just a shame I'll have to wait, what? We're basically in March, so... March, April, May, June, July... I guess like half a year to see this again, most likely. That's at minimum. Again, they could not do that, but it's very likely that they will. Yeah. I said to not expect Unova. So in a way I was correct. Now the Johto thing, no. They even led me to believe that I got it right for the start of the, basically the whole of the first part of the presentation. Alright, hopefully that did that. Yeah. So there's a lot going on here. I wish I could zoom in, because that looks like... There's a dude with a Halucha. There's a Gyarados. A bunch of these other... I can't exactly make out a lot of the ones in the back. There's Pinsir and Heracross, so I think I saw adjustment already. There's Fletchling, that one was obvious. Well, you basically have a year till the game comes out, so... Well, at minimum, I feel like I need to stress again. Yeah. That's what they, that's what they revealed. Honestly, I think out of everything that they put out, I'm excited for the Pokemon Masters update, and, which I'm about to start playing passively, and, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, but that's only because that Kalos game is, like, basically at least a year away. Again, I keep saying it, but it bears repeating. You know what? Good. And if they get it running, better. And if it's something even more like Legends, or even if they flesh out the, if they flesh out something like the Synchro Machine and have that be an actual mechanic in the game, best game. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So let's go over here. Turn this back on. It's a good thing I'm not gonna delete this. I think I'm gonna just save. And I'll just open a new one. And then draw I actually was having trouble figuring out who to draw with him. For Johto and Unova, but since we're going back to Kalos, at least from what it looks like, that's the next thing we're doing. That actually does help me out here. I'm also, I don't know if I said this, like finished. I know I started saying it, I don't know if I finished saying it. But earlier, I was mentioning his clothes. I did. His clothes for Kalos are the ones that I'm most proud of out of all of his outfits. I think it has something to do with how unique it is compared to everything else he's worn, or he's going to wear in all the regions he's been to. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is either the X and Y prequel or we're getting an X and Y 2 essentially out of this game. So I don't care either way. Yeah. So I guess I could just talk about X and Y while I draw something involving the game. Let's see, I need a second to think about what I'm about to do. Damn. Well, at least I know that there's a reason, because I don't think my father's played X and Y. He played up to Diamond Pearl, and then I think he fell off. I'm gonna have to ask him. The video that comes out about this, it will A, be short for a change, and B, I'll have to ask him about it. In fact, let me write that down in my book to remember to ask him about it. Alright, that's been written down. Have it as a note. Yeah, I believe he stopped Diamond Pearl and only picked back up Sun and Moon. But that was because my brother had picked it up as well and he didn't play it. So I think my father played a little bit of Black and White to help me through the game at a point or two when I got Black. But when I got White, the one thing I actually finished a few years after that, I don't think he played, and then didn't play any of them past that until Pokemon Moon. So this is a good way for them, both him and my brother, because my brother didn't play X and Y either. This might be a good thing for them to try. I'm not sure about how they feel in regards to Legends Arceus. I think they both started playing but didn't finish it. How many? Again, I'm passively playing Masters in the back, so I need 4. Okay. You know what? Oh, I didn't do that. Okay. Alright, yeah, so I think I know what I'm gonna do here. So I think if they wanted to play this, it would be a good thing for them. But that leads me to my experience with X and Y. So X and Y, like I said earlier, was the first time that I really kept up with it was the first time I was really in the same generation at the same time as everyone else in terms of the Pokemon fan base. I wasn't onto the game exactly at the same time, like when it came out. I got it around January, February of the following January, February. I think it was January. But the games were still relatively new when I got them, so I was exploring that region essentially with everyone else at the same time. And that was a unique experience for me at the time. Like I said, it was the first time that was like that. I honestly do not remember my actual team at the end of that game, because I did finish it. I think I had a Delphox, because I'm the fire child. I usually pick the fire types. I like fire types. My brother usually goes grass types, and because my father doesn't usually like to overlap types with us, that usually means he's stuck with the water type. As he stuck with. Oh, that's something we didn't see. We didn't see what the starters for the game were. We didn't see anything, really. We just saw a newer version of Lumio City. What could the starters for this be? It's a Legends game, so it's not going to be the same as the rest, as base X and Y. I don't think it's the Pokemon themselves that matter all that much, because I don't think Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet really have that much of a special tie to Sinnoh, but they made it into Hisui as the starters anyway. I think the forms that they get will, because I think there's... I don't want to put out misinformation. I think I've done that already with the last video I made. Because that was a 12-minute direct. And I said 25. Where did I get that from? I could have swore I saw it somewhere. Yeah, I think they do have, like, I did like how they changed, the Pokemon's final designs. Now, because it's Kalos, we can kind of dead... Maybe the Kalos starters could get Megas, since Megas are most likely coming back. That's pretty much guaranteed. Like, why would you put us back in Kalos and then not give us the gimmick that debuted there? It's even at the end of the trailer, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be there. They might do something new with it, maybe? Or they could take this time to impose actual limits on it, because that was one of the reasons why its popularity, at least the fully vocal popularity that it had from Gen 6 and part of Gen 7, kind of just fell off. I'll say this, I don't hate it, right? But it's definitely my least favorite of the gimmicks, solely because it only works with specific Pokemon. So instead of it being like, oh, this Pokemon didn't get a form, but I can still use the thing, they didn't give my favorite Pokemon a form. Now it's just kind of worthless in comparison to everything else, which is something that they are trying to, let's say, mitigate, reverse. I'm not sure which. Alright, I'm getting tired of Gate. Let's try something else. You know what? Let's listen to Lumio City. Since that's where the new game takes place. So, they could do that. I'm not sure what they'll do. But it's guaranteed to be something. Even if it is just putting them back in the game. I saw that comment, though, about Mega Flygon, and I have to say, if they're adding any new ones, they probably should go with Flygon first. Now, in terms of advertisement. In terms of advertisement, again, I'm in Masters right now. In terms of advertisement, I don't think they should. If they're doing a Mega Flygon, they shouldn't. They either shouldn't put it into the advertising at all, or it's like the last trailer, right? Like, you know, the one that usually comes out like right before the game comes out, either the start of the week the game comes out, or a day or two before the game comes out. If they're going to put it in their advertising at all, if they do it, it should be there. Just because of how much notoriety that Mega Flygon business got since we found out that they wanted to but couldn't really come up with it. I'm not one of those people that's like, okay, but how? Because I am, as you can, well, I have been ignoring it because I've been thinking about stuff playing Masters. But as you could see with both my DeviantArt that I have, I don't update really at all. And the stuff that I've made, like the thumbnails for my videos and the different assets I made, especially like the stuff specifically for the last two videos, like the drawings of the beta legendary beasts and that drawing of Kyurem, Reshiram, and Zekrom fused together in the last video. I am a person who does like drawing. I do like coming up with my own concepts, and I've made my own Pokemon. I've made a shit ton of them. Made my own Fakemon region and everything. So as much as that sounds kind of dumb, I 100% understand. Because there are some things that you want to try to make, and no matter how many different versions of it you make, how many times you try different things, it just never feels right for it. And with stuff like games, especially something like Pokemon, it's especially important that it does, because that's also something that the people who love that Pokemon are going to have to deal with existing now. I usually am the person who's like, it doesn't matter, you still got the other one, like with the Paradox Pokemon. The thing with Mega Evolution, the Mega Evolution, at least for Flygon, it softens the blow a little bit because it's already a 3-stage Pokemon. But with Mega Evolution in its current lore, that having a Mega Evolution hard caps that Pokemon. So I know it does for evolutions. I'm not sure about forms. But once it has a Mega Evolution, it really, at least as of right now, from all the Pokemon that have them, other than Charizard and other than the Kanto starters, nothing's really gotten a forms once they got Megas. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't think there has been. The Kanto starters got their Megas, and then they got Gigantamax forms. But even then, they didn't get special Z moves. So I don't know. But like, yeah. So I get why they wouldn't have, if they couldn't figure out a thing they were happy with, why they couldn't have just forced one out there. There's one thing not like a design. There's another thing where it's real clear that the ones who made it weren't really going for it. And I just don't think that that should ever be the case, really, for any form that a Pokemon gets. Because there's always next game, there's always next gen. For them to get something. Yeah, so and this kind of trailed off, but yeah, the Kalos starters, if they're going to get anything, it will most likely be Mega Evolutions, but that's iffy at best. I mean, the Sinnoh starters do get new moves, but that's not the same thing. So I can't speak for starters. They're probably gonna get new forms. Now, I'm gonna see. I'm supposed to be drawing something, but I keep getting sidetracked by shit. So let's go with Decidueye. Let me try to find just find these out in the wild. So I'm looking at Decidueye's page right now. I want to see if I can find trivia. Let's talk about normal Decidueye. Series it color change during autumn, signifying its growth. Casa, Samurai, fucking Tinger, Ronin. The god of owls and the land. Okay, so yeah, Decidueye I think does have some type of... Yeah, it has some Japanese origin. I don't mean that like, oh, it's whatever. I mean, it has an like actual Japanese origin mostly. So the forms that whatever starters in this game would get would most likely have to have like a French religious or like indigenous French religion based something, or like something really rooted deep in like French culture. So I believe I'm probably not going to do it because that's time consuming and I'd like to relax, please. But for anyone who probably is doing stuff like that, that would probably be a good place to start. See what stuff is like Kalos, or like, not, how did I say Kalos? France. Is like France culture, and see if there's any starter Pokemon or just Pokemon in general that fit it. And those will most likely be the starters or Pokemon that get forms. Yeah, I don't really have much to add to that. My mind trailed during that whole thing, and one of the things that it trailed to, this is, alright, let's hope that works out. Maybe, no it won't. Let's try something like this. Just curve that, and curve that a little, and then So what was I saying? Oh, my mind was trailing throughout all that, and then one of the things that I thought about was, like, we saw Aegis Slash and a Sylveon fighting in a wide open space, and because I was talking about the Synchro Machine earlier, I was thinking about being able to control your Pokemon in battle. Again, I really just want a game like that. Like, I like what Legends did for us as the player character, but my focus, at least for playing as something, is in an action RPG Pokemon game. Excuse me. Will pretty much always be the Pokemon. It's because I think it'd be real cool, to be the one choosing where to let off a flamethrower and what direction it should go in. Of course, that is a lot of work, and a Legends game would actually be the perfect place to do a game like that, because of the fact that they take the because of the fact that the Pokédexes for games like Legends both Legends and DLCs, because Legends is around the same size as a lot of the DLC updated Pokédexes. Again, I have to specify Legends Arceus because it's not the only Legends game anymore. They only really have like 200, maybe close to 300 Pokemon in their Pokédex. So I don't really know what I'm doing with the drawing. Anyway, they have like they have like less than 300, usually around 200, which is about half of a current normal Pokédex for Pokemon games. So doing stuff like that is actually more feasible with these types of games, just because they don't have to make different movement types and moves as well as move sets for 400 Pokemon. They can do it for 300 Pokemon, and even then they probably wouldn't have to do it with 300 Pokemon if they play it smart. It'd probably be like close evolutions, like a starter and its second form will probably fight the same, just with different moves and different animations, and then maybe the last one could be like the really different one. Or they could go with each base Pokemon have their own style, and it starts out real juvenile, maybe a little clunkier, and then by the time it gets to its final evolution, it's something more, let's say, something more stable, something more fluid, stuff like that. But this is basically just becoming a wish list. We know so little about the game that anything you're going to hear from really anyone that isn't the game takes place in Lumio City, and it'll have something to do with Zygarde. If it's not those, then it's most likely just it is just speculation. The only people who could probably get around, like, out of that general speculation area would be, like, leakers. And I'm not entirely sure if they even knew that this was happening. They probably should have, but I don't know. If this is something Scarlet and Violet like, I want to be able to go up to the top of, what was it called? What was that? A tower. Prism Tower. There we go. I want to be able to go to the top of Prism Tower. And then reenact that scene from the first episode of the XY anime. Where you just jump off the cliff. Or the tower. Except instead of being saved by a Mega Blaziken, it's, I don't know, your phone again. this should help me with the with both the hair and the hat. I should have just went for the face first. You know what? If we're going back to Kalos, they could update the all the clothing options. I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer the sword and shield type customization freedom, and Legends Arceus for that matter. But Legends Arceus was basically just sword and shield, but with less options, just generally. I did like the hair options a lot more though. You see all these people with crazy hair in the anime, and then and all these characters with crazy hair in the actual games, but you can't have it. Kind of weird. I'm gonna do this. Let's clean this up a little bit. Just do this. Just kind of. Yeah, there isn't much to go on. I don't want to stay silent for this, but there isn't really much to say right now. Other than this was completely out of left field, and I'm happy. I guess, because I guess you can delve into the Lumio City part of it, other than it being most likely a scaled up version from X and Y into something more like Scarlet and Violet Legends Arceus. Is it just Lumio City, or is it all of Kalos? Because if it's just Lumio City, there's no way Lumio City is as big as a region on its own. And even then, there's all these different biomes and weather types that they would have to represent in the game. I mean, they could. The Blueberry Academy's terrarium kind of set the groundwork for that. It's just, could they do it in Lumio City? Maybe. But then that city is also nothing but flat ground, so then people are going to be upset about the lack of altering terrain. There's also no water. Well, barely any water. Let's change the face ever so slightly, because his face is a little long. I think X and Y deserves something. Is what I think I'll say about this for right now. Like, it deserves something. Because it's I think I mentioned this in a video already. But of the list of regions that usually get shafted, Kalos is firmly on that list. Really only behind Johto, which is another thing. They had unknown everywhere in that. So, like, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. The only thing I can think of is that they're mixing a bunch of stuff. Like, maybe instead of just Kalos, it's Kalos, Unova, and Johto. But somehow, I doubt that. But then again, me being able to doubt it probably just means it is partially true. We're just going to leave that alone. We're just not going to... Nah. It's taking everything in me to not drop this and go looking for... Okay, so the way that I have it is that it's a circle broken up into 3 pieces. But what I could do is have like, okay, hold on, I need to do this first. Maybe something like this. Alright, well, I fucked that up, but that's the general idea. And then have the normal side of this be and then just to finish it, I'll do that. So the way that this is supposed to work is that this is supposed to be the X, and obviously this is the Y. I try to incorporate different symbols of what the games for each of his tires. X and Y also isn't the only thing symbolized, isn't the just symbolized on his hat. We'll get to his clothing in a bit, because I am actually almost done his head. Overall, X and Y, I enjoyed it. It did definitely feel like a first version that just never got its second version, whether that be a sequel or otherwise. Yeah, that curveball was something else. It's like 10. I think I'm gonna draw. I wanted to see if I could color him, but I think I'm gonna just draw him. Draw him and a Pokemon he's got, or some of his Pokemon, and then I'll just call the stream, and then I'll just let whatever is floating in my mind about the Kalos region kind of just pop up whenever it comes up. Legends ZA. And this one does indeed have longer things toward the end. Whoa, okay. Mic almost fell, sorry about that. There we go. Just kind of... Again, like I said, we'll get to his clothes in a bit. I just need to do this stuff so that I know... Go. That's not gonna work. Birds. Actually, thinking about my past on X and Y, I was introduced to X and Y through a commentary channel by the name of Hellfire Commentaries. They still do stuff. It's just not as much, because commentary channels don't really... Commentary channels of any kind, whether it be post-commentary or a video game, or the old drama, and just general social commentary channels don't do much nowadays, because they don't get pushed as hard by YouTube. But I like there. A lot of them are still around. But anyway, I did like that playthrough. Haven't watched in a while, so this gives me a reason to, if not now, then close to around the end of the year. But like it looked fun. This was before I was like Pokemon, so like it looked fun. And so I wanted it, right? Because Pokemon Black and White finally concretely got me into it. And I wanted this game because it looked real cool in 3D. These damn birds. These fletchling need to shut up. And then I got it and played it. I think I remember I beat it. I was in 5th grade when this game came out, by the way. I finished it. I got it January. I finished it one of the last days I was in school for 5th grade. Like sometime in late May, early June. And I was up in the. I think it was actually legitimately like the last day, or second to last day, and I'm tired of Lumiose City now. We'll probably loop back to Lumiose at some point later on in the stream. Let's play Sycamore's Lab. Let me check the live stream, maybe make sure this wasn't some sheer bullshit. There we go. Yeah, it was like the middle of the night, like right before the last day of 5th grade, and I finished the game. I was so proud of myself because at that point we hadn't really finished many games really at all. We were all around pretty new to games. Like, I think the grade beforehand we had gotten our first PlayStation 3. Like the PlayStation 3, which was the first console that me and my 2 siblings ever owned. And I think that same year, I was playing Black and White on a broke-ass pink DS Lite, and then got a pre-owned blue 3DS XL, which is right here. She's broken, and I've been using her for parts, so her right bumper is around here somewhere. But certain parts of it are missing, and the screens blew out, I think. I still have the battery for it, but I took the SD card out to use on my blue 3DS, and now it's sitting in storage somewhere because it was too small. But I'm pretty sure, at least other than that and needing to replace the circle pad on it, that it still works. Like, it'll still power on with the battery in it. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could try to fix it since I've been dabbling into fixing and making modifications of a lot of the stuff I have already. Because again, I do have a 3DS capture card. I did install that one myself. Because I was like, there's way too many things that can go wrong if I try to just send it somewhere. At least if it gets broken with me trying to put it in on my own, it's my fault. Something I could have done and I just did it wrong. And also, I'll know what to replace most likely if I can replace it in the first place. It's probably not the best thing to do, especially if you don't know how to do any of the stuff to do it like I did. I just forced myself to learn it at 3 in the morning several days, mostly in a row. But you know, I have it now. But yeah, that blue 3DS that I played that game on for the first time years ago is still over here with me. Uh, we got titles and stuff now. I think one of the biggest things, yeah, no, the thing with that is like, the thing with that, with it is like, how do I put this? Right, like there were so many things that felt really cool at the time, but now that we have more like fleshed out stuff like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and even Let's Go, and at least in terms of the graphics department, they don't look the best, but they're like a lot of stuff is fully realized, like fully realized cities and everything. Once that happened, looking back at games like X and Y and Omega Ruby now Sapphire, like they kind of need to do this stuff justice and do it again. That's actually part of the reason why I was like, for a long time, I was like, I'm fully invested in the remakes until they pass Gen 6. And then afterwards, it's like everything else, I don't care. I'll most likely still buy it, but I'm not like, ooh, they should do this, they should do that. I like just don't care. And that was why. Because like it was something about imagining a fully fledged Lumio city, as well as like Lavera City, that place that had its gym in a whole tree hollow. And then for some reason still had a Pokeball factory in the back. That just seems more like it fits with Lumio City, or even somewhere like Coumarine City with its rail cars that take it to two different places. Coumarine City. Actually, let me start playing the music for that place. Coumarine City is another one that I was like, I need to see this in like the X and Y, or not X and Y, in the like Sun and Moon Up art style. That and Shalor City. Ooh. X and Y has a lot of towns that I personally think would actually just straight look better in the current art style. Like, there's an argument for a lot of the places in older games. But places like a fully fledged Jubilife City, a fully fledged Castelia and Embasa City, and especially Lumios and like Coumarine and Shalor City, all those places I think would look incredible in the current style that they have going. So I'm excited to see at least Lumios City. Again, they only mention Lumios. I'm not entirely sure how that works, because by technicality, fucking Jubilife was the only place in Legends, but there were also other places that existed, but they just weren't fully developed like we knew them in Diamond and Pearl. But that's the thing, we don't know a lot about the setting for this Pokemon Legends AZ, or not AZ, ZA. Like we just don't. And it's interesting, but at the same time, I kind of like, how do I put it? Like, I don't know how to really. I'm sorry, I got distracted by looking at Pokemon Masters and then completely forgot about what I was saying. I might have to go turn on the stream in the back. Hold on, give me a sec. There might be echo. Okay. I don't exactly remember what I was trying to say. I was trying to think about what I was saying when I said that. It is interesting. And I'm excited for it. I think the only real thing I'm wondering about is if it is just Lumios. What are we doing here? No, I think what I was going to say was the way that the game sounds, it makes it sound like... I don't know, it might just be the way they put it, but it makes it sound like we're still in modern Lumios and we're changing it. So I'm not exactly sure what the reason why we're just like probably just going to stay there. If that is the case, then we still stay there. It's a lot of wait and see, which is the frustrating part about it. Yeah, it's just a lot of wait and sees. If that is truly all we're getting from now until like January, I'd say I'm pretty happy about it, especially given the fact that it looks like this might be a larger scope game. Maybe not as large as Scarlet and Violet, but something close to that size, but then something that actually like runs well. I didn't have a problem with Scarlet and Violet running the way it did, but it still ran the way it did, so you kinda gotta bring it up. Is this a sequel? That's a random question to ask out loud, but it's a question that I feel like we need to actually ask, because if it is, then that also sets the stage for maybe Lysandra, maybe remaining parts of Team Flare. Like, we did kind of stomp out what could remain of Team Flare in X and Y, but again, we're not sure. It also gives them time, like more time to clarify the lore for the legendaries. And also puts fucking full power, complete Zygarde back where it's supposed to be. That was weird no matter how you looked at it. Why was 100% Zygarde only in Alola? And the means to get it was only in Alola. But the legendary for it was from the games beforehand. That's just kind of weird. I guess I'll go with me and Torchic. Sorry, I'm experimenting with the new features they gave us in Pokemon Masters. Actually, yeah, I got a Discord message now, and that raises a valid question. Is it actually a sequel to Legends Arceus, or is it its own thing that just shares the name Legends? What is this game? We don't know. And that's probably how it's going to stay for a while. That works, yeah. Background. Jesus. These frames are real nice. But yeah. I'm just not really sure. There's just a bunch of just question marks currently. Alright, let me actually get back to this. Knowing where the brow for the character is important. That might not be... It's actually the one part of the character that I don't get consistent is the eyebrows. It's just because, like, sometimes, based on the way that I draw and what I'm drawing on and where, I just can't usually get eyebrows on them in the first place. So I'm not entirely sure what his eyebrow type is. I'm just drawing. Okay, his eyes are too small. That's part of what's bothering me. Some characters have eyes that small. He does not. His are huge. Or I'm sorry, his irises. Yeah, right. Iris. Yeah, it's irises. Cause the color part is irises. The white is sclera. This giant part with the color in it is the iris. Maybe I might want to lower these so that his eye doesn't seem so wide. This part's always difficult. Just nope. Well, looks like he's derping. Let's see what I can do to change this. Okay, maybe that's not the look. Okay, that looks closer to what I like. Nope. 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 Ooh, actually, that looks really nice, actually. I think I'm gonna keep that. Oh. Ooh. Let's just say you know, but I'll change it. I'm gonna just go with this. No, it is. Um. Sprigs, and let's see. I'd put Litten on there, but for variety. Oh, well, then. Cineroy. And then let's actually have. Um. Hmm. I need to set a time while I send 10 weeks. Okay. All these people. Let's actually just do a full-fledged sync pair. You know what? Since we're already, I'm I can't word. All right, since I'm on Pokemon Masters right now, I'll go ahead and see. Pocket. This is it. This. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey. Alright, yeah, so it's just adding characters and a bunch of gem presents, which is good. Yeah, I think as of current, because the only other thing that we don't have all that much information on. I guess there's the TCG Pocket game. Yeah. There isn't really much to say, especially since, it's been a bit since I played X and Y. I don't know, we'll just need to give time to think about it. At bare minimum, the next video I make, which I don't even think I really need to make it now, will most likely be like talking about just really summarizing stuff that I've said already. Alright, let's see here. I'm going to finish this damn drawing. Alright, I mentioned earlier that X and Y weren't just symbolized by his hats. So, with this version of him, he doesn't actually close his hoodie. His hoodie is open, and he has X, Y, and Z pins across different parts of his jacket. So X would be on the top here where the hood of his jacket is, and then alright, let me see something real quick. That could work. That does not. Nope. I'll give him like a nope. 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 Oh, you know what? I think I know why this doesn't look right to me. At least like something like that. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got the X pins done. Okay. Just go all the way out. And then I'm sorry. I'm stuck between trying to draw this and still trying to process what happened. Okay. Okay. Sleeves should be shorter. Okay. So this version of this outfit, this running across it. Yeah. So for this character, a lot of the things that I have him wear are based on the... It's like Ash from the anime. He goes to all these regions, and his clothes are based on the protagonist there. It's just the difference is that for this, the protagonists are also still part of the plot. There we go, that looks right. Go, and then who knows, maybe when we see, you know what, they probably didn't show us the trainers, because like usually, right, we'll get to see, if not gameplay, we'll usually get to see some like artwork or something. They probably didn't show us that because it would give away the main premise of the game too early. Because again, this game does come out at least a year from now. So, or like close to a year. So that's probably why we didn't see anything there. in that respect. So like that might be it, maybe. Right, so that doesn't exactly work. So if that's going to be like that, then that means this needs to be like this. There we go. Alright, next up we got this middle part of the jacket. Is basically like an adjustable waist strap, except actually, it'd probably be a good idea for it to be like curved. This next one is it's a Z pen. Yep. Actually, it might be a good time to make a slight change to his design. Since we got this, I can use this as the pen. This style of Z, anyway. It looks like a Thunderbolt, kind of. It's very jagged and edgy. And then the A is like, ooh, 3. The war. Seeing the war. 3,000. Ooh, that might be good, actually. And I can use this as the pen. Because originally his was just like a Z. It actually wasn't too far off from this. It's just this top part right here wasn't flat. It was also like a pointed thing. And then from here, so that's flat and pointed, so that would mean that this one should probably stay the same and just be all point. So in here are the Y pin, and this goes right down at the bottom. Where the normal part of his jacket stops, and you know that little like alternate material or pattern at the bottom that's usually like stretchy, that's where that starts. Okay, just get that done. Keep the design otherwise intact, so that there, pocket, that right there, and then So that's that part of his jacket. Also, the undershirt that he's wearing is exposed, and I believe it has an X symbol on it as well. Let's see. I'm gonna do a slight design change for this as well. Just make a tiny little note here that Z is like this because of the announcement, and the X on his shirt should probably be something like this, just to make it fit with it. Something like that. So, with that, I'll then... Where's... Alright, so let's do this X thing. So... And then... So there's a shirt. X right there. I believe they all go the same way. So it'd be... And then the Y pin right here. And then just like the last side, the design stays relatively the same. And then another. And so that's his shirt. I'm still not sure about the length of it. I think his shirt should probably go a little bit longer than the jacket does. So something like that. This is actually based on a current outfit that my trainer in X and Y, or my trainer in Pokemon X is wearing. So basically when I do these types of things with these characters that I made, I usually try to make it so that the character looks as close as possible to that character, which is why I harp on about the customization a lot in these games. That's actually a little too far. So I wanna do like around here, I guess. Okay. That should work out better. Actually, let's not do any of that. Let's do like this. Just the whole thing with this. And then it goes down here. Do other cuffs surface ones on right now? I'm not sure if hold on a second, because I could alrighty. Sorry, I was playing Sonic Rush Adventure earlier. I have to load up Pokemon X for the first time in a while. Cause I gotta see what you know what else? Looking at ZA, they're both the end and the beginning of the alphabet, respectively. They're both the end and beginning of the alphabet, respectively, and that does kind of play into the theme that Cernius or Yveltal had, that being life and death, ending and beginning. So it's kind of like on top of what's already there, it's like a clever way of paying homage to that, I guess, without it just straight being X and Y again. Yeah, the pants are indeed cuffed. Okay. So, cuffed pants it is. Right, that works, right? Is it? A little too short. Okay. Wrong one. Alright, now just for his... Damn. There are a bunch of different ways to go. We could, again, coming out of nowhere, sorry. we could see that war from 2,000 years ago, the creation of the ultimate weapon. Or it could be something that's more in the future. Could be something that mixes a bunch of stuff together. We won't know. It'll be fun to figure that out, see where it goes. Yeah. You know what else they could do? There are a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that got like straight cut from X and Y because, as stated, they wanted a global release, and it was almost there, if I remember correctly. I think it, or was it Sun and Moon that had that delay in Europe? No, I think it was Sun and Moon actually. So it did manage to make it, but they had to cut a lot of stuff out, from what I remember. So they could do stuff like that as well. Just bring a lot of that stuff back in. Yeah, we'll never know what it is they're doing until they decide that it's time to let us in on it. I don't know. I'm still pretty comfortable with that January timing for the release date, because the release date is going to dictate when we figure out more about the game. Okay. And then and then it was, yeah, okay. If that was what was there. That's why. Okay. And then is this part at the beginning. I mean, they really did kind of just take my thoughts about what they should be doing, really just did what I said they should, which is do whatever the fuck. Because there was no way that that was asked for. Like them recently, I mean. And by a majority of people. Like, most of the clamoring was for something Unova or Johto related. Legends Continuing was kind of just a no-brainer because that game did real well. Ooh, damn, that's too big. I won't have to erase some. It doesn't matter, I know what I'm looking at, or for now, so just get rid of most of that, just because that won't really make sense. Alright, so if I'm working with this, it'd probably have to be somewhere around here. That still might be too big. So let's go. Like around. Let's just go all the way back here. How does that look? Still too big. Okay, so it might be all this then, because how's this? Nope, I'm just gonna have to erase the whole thing. Alright, how about like do this for the time. That remains kind of the same size. Show starts, and then try to hit the same. I mean, that's better. Instead of going forward, we should go more upward. You know it might be. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, that won't work. It is something I'll most likely come back to. So I have him done. This is probably something I'll either record or continue to stream. So yeah. If there's anything else, I guess I'll just see y'all around. I'm gonna go lie down or sleep or do something. Alright. See ya.